which, even after all these years, produced something brand new. Dundee United's invitation to their fans to travel to the tail of the bank and have their admission to the game paid for. Some 5,000 vouchers were issued and the attendance was 6,820. Plus our commentator, Jock Brown.
Eddie McNabb is out of the Morton side and Bernie Slavin takes on a principal striking role with Andy Ritchie held in reserve on the bench. And it's an afternoon of mixed emotions for Graham Payne, who became a Morton player this season after nearly 10 years at Tannadice. And he's now a key man in a match which may well decide the destiny of both sides. And United are at full strength with John Holt retaining his place and Billy Kirkwood on the bench to make way for Scotland player Richard Gough, who returns to the side after suspension. And he's a back four man who has scored 9 goals this season and United surge to the top of the league. Well, Morton start this make or break match in their attempt to stay in the Premier League, and they couldn't have tougher opposition for the afternoon. Dundee United trying very hard to retain their top spot in the Premier League after a run in which they've only lost once since they lost at Ibrox on January 8th. That was that 2-0 defeat against Celtic on the 6th of April. And that great spell of form in the new year has taken United to their current position whereby 3 straight wins could well win them the title. So this much bigger than average crowd for the Morton Dundee United match, settling down to watch how these teams settle on the opening stages. This could be a vital phase in the match. Eamon Bannon's over on the left right away. Al pass looking for Bannon. And Davy Hayes coming in late on Bannon, giving United the free kick. Gough is in the box, but that's well taken by Baines. A slight fumble, but no danger to the Morton defence. The referee this afternoon, Mr. Mike Delaney from Shotts. Won by Stark. Well, much too powerful that pass through the middle for any of the United attackers. Good header by Malpass, very positive indeed. He's a knock in the face, but it's United who have possession. Stark showing a lot of confidence as well as skill. Milne touching it on, Dodds trying to get to it. McLaughlin was with them all the way. Appeals for a penalty kick from the United supporters, not really enhanced by the players. Dodds chasing it, McLaughlin appeared to have things under control. He certainly missed the ball, but it was already going through to Roy Baines. Hutchison leading the line well for Morton. Rooney back to Hayes. Holt dropping back in that right midfield position. McLaughlin are getting away at the second attempt. Gough to Malpass. Taking on Payne. Trying to take on Hayes as well. Malpass has the determination. The stirrup. Duffy's in the right position for Morton. Now Richard Gough. Gough playing it inside, taken late by Duffy. Well, Richard Gough protesting vehemently. I'm not sure why he's getting a free kick, and it certainly was not a penalty, and I'm sure this will show. Yes, Duffy going into the tackle very late. So free kick to United. This could be very dangerous for Morton. There he is, number 6. Bannon is 7. Bannon can swerve the ball from these set pieces. Taking it at the far corner of the box. Bannon to take it. Sliding it in. Off the post. And Dodds completes the task. 31 minutes of the first half gone and the United supporters go wild. Well, it's down to Eamon Bannon's expertise from the dead ball. Beautifully flighted, Baines at full stretch, it came off the post. Dodds reacted first, and with his 25th goal of the season, gives United a vital lead. Well, the celebrations and that big contingent of United supporters on the far side go on. It's been a very tense battle so far. United managing to carve out precious few chances. Now they've made it. And it was a back four player coming forward, Richard Gough, who made the vital difference. It may well be that United will look back in this season as McAlpine comes out, heavily challenged by Cochrane. And there's no doubt that tension is running high among the players. Free kick is given to McAlpine. But the half-back line in old-fashioned terms of Gough, Hegarty and Neary have contributed 22 goals to the United cause this season against only 9 last season. That could be the vital difference to keep them at the top of the league. And this time the free kick goes to Morton. Taken quickly by Duffy. Well, there have been many times in the past when Jim McLean has complained about the lack of vocal support at Tannadice, but seldom, I'm sure, has he heard such chanting and singing in an away league match as he had this afternoon. Hutchison's hand was used. The referee decides it was accidental as play goes on. Here's Slavin. Forward it goes. Slavin coming forward. Good play from the Morton midfield man. There's Slavin again. And this time it goes behind, and the match will be held up for treatment for Hamish McAlpine. Slavin doing well, checking inside Stark initially, playing the ball into danger area, going for the return from Payne. The shot was blocked by Gough. Slavin got a second chance on the volley, swept it wide. Dodds turns it to Bannon. Beyond Davy Hayes, Rooney coming to cover. Bannon holds off that challenge too, and there's Milne at the near post, where he's caused so much trouble for defences this season. Didn't quite make it on target that time. There was Bannon, got away from Davy Hayes. Jim Rooney comes across now. Bannon carrying on with the run. Near post ball, and Milne trying to flick it in at the near post. And there goes the half-time whistle. United leave the field to warm applause from their supporters. Davy Dodds departs the scene. He was the man who gave United that vital first half lead. It came from the free kick after Richard Gough was brought down by Jim Duffy. It was swerved beyond the wall by Eamon Bannon, off the post for Davy Dodds to knock it in. So United going at half time, leading by 1-0. Join us in a couple of minutes for the second half. United start the second half with a cushion of that Davy Dodds first half goal, and the knowledge already at half time that the challengers in the Premier League are also doing well at half time. So the next 45 minutes vital for both United and their championship aspirations, and for Morton it may well be make or break time. They've got 45 minutes of which I reckon they have to score at least twice, because a win is what they must have this afternoon. Even 1 point may well not be enough to help their cause. So determination, I'm sure, will abound among these Morton players' ranks, and they do need the spark of genius up front to break down this very efficient United defence. Hamish McAlpine has returned for the second half for United, and he undoubtedly would have some patching up done at half-time. In the United dressing room, we'll soon see how he has recovered. Well, you can see now he's still hurtling, and he's got that left leg heavily strapped. He appears to have done some damage to a muscle top of the left leg. Now Payne. Good control from Slavin. That was a great opportunity for Bernie Slavin, and he nearly cashed in. And McAlpine's problems made abundantly clear by this move. Payne into Slavin, good control, making the angle away from Hegarty, and McAlpine happy to see it go wide. Hegarty having to take the goal kicks for Hamish McAlpine. So Derek Stark with the throw. Stark trying to tee it up for Stark. There's David Odds. Neri coming through, great chance for United. Brilliantly finished by David Neri. 7 minutes into the second half, a vintage Dundee United special. It was Holt who pumped it into the middle. Dodds allowed for the bounce. He knew that Neri was coming through in support. The chest control was perfect. So was the finish. And that may well put the match beyond Morton. David Neri's 9th goal of the season, greeted by the United supporters. And on the kick-off, Andy Ritchie makes an appearance, welcomed by the Morton supporters. Well, Ritchie's first pass goes astray, giving United the throw. But he's on, and the man who went off in the midst of all these celebrations among United players was Bernie Slavin. Now Hayes towards Hutchison. Turned across goal. Appeared to be a foul by Ritchie on Stark. Play goes on. Bobby Houston has it. Now Rooney. Holmes. Dodds back defending. That's a good return pass from Ritchie. Here's Jim Holmes. He's promising for Morton. First time shot from Duffy. Almost got into the near post. McAlpine's trying to get across his line. Watch McAlpine when this ball comes over. We've got Holmes checking inside across to the far side. The shot from Duffy, and McAlpine couldn't have made it. Jim McLean now down at the dugout. The ball was out of play, so it's United's throw. Now Sturrock getting away from McLaughlin. Milne's waiting in the middle. There's Milne. Across it comes to Holt, and Bain scrambling across his line. Well, United really on song. United bench very anxious about Hamish McAlpine. Just checking everything is all right with the goalkeeper. Dodds goes down, the tackle from Holmes. Ralph Milne with the free kick. Going across the far side towards Richard Gough. There's Bannon. A tackle from Duffy. Well, Jim Duffy and Joe McLaughlin make up a formidable central defensive partnership for Morton. Gough back to Malpass. Now Bannon. Holt nodding it down for Milne. Holt again. Great effort from John Holt. United now carving out these chances with much more frequency. Bannon, who had it in the left, playing it in. That was a good interchange here. Holt headed it down initially, and it was Milne back to Holt. The first time volley that almost dipped in at the post. Richard Gough looking very composed at the back for United. Milne taking on McLaughlin for pace. Great chance for United. Beautifully taken. 18 minutes into the second half, and Ralph Milne surely makes it safe for Dundee United. Took the pass from Holt. His pace is tremendous. McLaughlin couldn't get to him. Calmly waiting for Baines to approach, knocking it into the empty net. Ralph Milne's 20th goal of the season. And there'll be a substitution now for United. Billy Kirkwood is coming on. The man going off is the United goalkeeper, Hamish McAlpine. United anxious to protect their goalkeeper when they feel no doubt now that the match ought to be safe. And without being in any way disrespectful to Morton, thoughts no doubt turning to goal difference among the United fans. Here's Paul Sturrock, away from Duffy. Waiting in the middle is Dodds and Holt. There's Davy Dodds, and he's made it. Dodds gets his second. It's United's fourth, and now it's looking like a rout. And this one really is down to the talent of Paul Sturrock on the left touchline. Look at the way he takes the ball up to Duffy, leaves him for dead, going towards the dead ball line, collecting the deep cross away across the far side. Davy Dodds plays it against the post, takes the rebound and knocks in his 26th of the season. Coughlin to Ritchie, Hutchison through the middle, Payne trying to get up alongside him. Well, Andy Ritchie back to Rooney. Holt comes to meet him. Now Sturrock. Holt is very powerful coming out of that midfield position. Ritchie fighting it forward, but Hutchison was offside in any event. Not very appreciative of the linesman's decision. There's Derek Stark. Dodds on the end of it. Well, the Morton defence certainly didn't pick him up. That was so nearly his hat-trick.
Yes, a fine 4-0 win for Dundee United. And after the match, Arthur spoke to club captain Paul Hegarty about his goalkeeping exploits of the second half.
I'm actually trying to work out if I've seen you play in goal before in the Premier League. I don't think you have you?
No, I haven't. No, that's the first time, Arthur. I hope it's not again anyway.
What news of Hamish tonight, by the way?
Well, I think he's got a couple of stitches in his thigh. I'm not sure about it. I think that's the thing, and I think he'll be okay for next Saturday.
Now, obviously you're like your manager Jim McLean, you're not counting any chickens yet, but 2 games to come, both of them in the city of Dundee. You must genuinely fancy your chances now, Paul.
I think in the United camp at the moment we're quietly confident, and that's how we go about our job. Just take each game as it comes, the old cliche, but it's true, you know. We're quietly confident, and hope we can do the business in the last 2 games.
And finally the fans, that marvellous lap of honour at the end, going over to thank them, that must have given you the genuine feeling of almost a home game today.
Well, I'm glad they turned up in numbers, and I think there was maybe 5,000 or 6,000, and if they can do that away support, it gives the players a lot of encouragement and a lot of hope for the future.
Paul Hegarty. So, 2 Saturdays to go in the Premier League and the tension increases. United stay at the top and on course for the Championship, but Celtic now have exactly the same goal difference, with of course that 1 point less. And Aberdeen can make the same total as United, but their goal difference is inferior, as you can see. The Dons have a busy week ahead. They play Hibs on Tuesday, then Kilmarnock on Thursday, and 2 wins would put them back on top. But United still seem in the best shape to win their first ever championship. Danny McGrain got his Celtic side off to a good start today at Rugby Park against Kilmarnock with a goal in the 6th minute. Murdo McLeod lobbed the keeper for number 2, and he scored another in the second half. And Charlie Nicholas